Look at that's gotta be VGA.
I'm pretty sure we're in EGA.
That could be EGA. It's not CGA.
It's not CGA. It's not Super
Way too many
VGA.
colors. No, if it was
There's not
Super
enough
VGA,
colors. It's EGA. It's EGA.
if it was Super VGA, we would actually need to have scuba gear on right now from this view.
Hey there, folks. I'm Zerfall.
I'm MysteriousJG, although some call me Iceman.
Well, that's just your code name.
Yeah, some call me Iceman, but only if I tell them to and pay them money.
Some people call him Iceman. Hey, there he is, the Iceman himself.
Some call him Redface. Oh, hey, there's Ken Williams.
Yep. This is
Like, don't tell me Roberto was the talent. Look at how awesome I look.
author-designer Jim Walls. So that's the big reason. There's two big reasons why I gotta play this game, but you're not gonna find out about the second one for a while. The main one is that I didn't realize this was a Jim Walls game. Or I may have.
That's why
played
we're playing
it,
it, because if we'd known it was a Jim Walls game, you wouldn't be. Is that what you're saying?
No. I've played all the other ones except for
Yeah.
the ones post 2000 that were like. Who knows how much he actually had to do with them? I'm not 100% sure. One's a pirate game and one's a massively online RPG. Or
Just trading in on the Jim Walls name at that point, you know, it's like, yeah.
Although it is sad, he tried to reboot a Police Quest-esque game later on through Kickstarter, and the fundraising absolutely failed. It was too bad.
Oh man, I don't pay as much attention to Kickstarter. I might have sunk some into that.
Welcome to the beautiful island of Tahiti, where warm stuff happens. A place of fun and relaxation. A place where love and romance can be found. A wonderland where anyone can get lost in its magic. We find our man, Commander Johnny Westland of the United States Navy, enjoying a well-deserved leave from his regular duties. Our story
Recent
opens with
assignments.
Commander Westland on the beach, soaking up the sun.
So we might have to go to something that lets you control the pace of this text advancement.
I think you tend to after the first bit. What do we got our speed set to? Currently 6.
Well, because I was going to say, I figured we could take our time and chat, but the game's like, no, there's no time to waste here. Because I was going to tell you, like, Jim Walls, so this is codename Iceman. We know this is our man, so he is he's our man. He's a Navy guy. I'm wondering if his ship is the SS Sweet Cheeks Marie.
I looked at Iceman.
It's instead of the SS something, it would be the SC Marie, the Sweet Cheeks Marie. We see nothing special. I thought that girl seemed pretty special. Ooh, a news magazine.
Well, the nothing special we saw was when I looked at Iceman.
Okay.
Apparently Iceman is nothing special, at least to himself. I mean,
Oh
sees
yeah,
that
I mean
every day.
he's got a mirror. Look, Mag. Look, Mang. Can we get the magazine?
Oh, he grabbed it.
Oh man, no points for that? Come on.
You read an article featuring the North African country of Tunisia. Because of the global oil shortage, this small third world country finds itself in a powerful political position.
Man, that's not fair. Boo.
Yep.
Other
Do you want
countries
to be
shouldn't
the
have power.
narrator?
Well, I was gonna ask like who should be the narrator, but I mean, unless you want me to be the narrator, you got it. All right. But anyway, oh, sorry, we just switched text. Because of Tunisia's neutral stance and her overabundance of high-grade crude, the United States and Russia find themselves in a tug of war as they negotiate for the oil. Reading the article, you begin to think, what a dangerous, explosive situation this could be.
Point.
Oh, we did get a point. Good.
All right, let's save the game.
Should look at our awesome manly chest. That might be special if even if we're not.
We got
Look
to
at the
start
chair.
doing this.
Oh yeah. If you
Okay,
swim
speed
west
up.
a couple of screens, like you might think because of King's Quest 2 that swimming out west is just going to drown us. But we can actually find the island where the fairy we need to help lives.
Oh, really? Oh, wait.
Oh.
That's what I get for going south.
Overestimated your strength. Restart, restore at least once more. You've overestimated your strength and can swim no further.
Yes.
Yeah, what kind of a Navy guy could swim for 30 seconds without drowning? Ooh.
Hey, this isn't fair.
Look at the coils. Watch a friendly game of volleyball. I'm playing with the boys. You join in the game. Glad you joined in, she says, but then... I guess we don't get to read the text in this game. It's just none of our business what's happening.
Oh, did we get extra points for playing for longer?
Well...
It looked like the points went up.
Yeah, they are going up. Oh, well, maybe we play until this blonde shows up. I think we figured out how to get a perfect score.
How many points do we have to get before... It's got to cap out at some point.
Oh, I feel like jumping to this hint book to see, because it did mention the volleyball game.
Oh!
What happened? Oh, I turned away.
Oops! There goes the ball! You hear calls for help.
It says play volleyball. Okay, sorry. I was looking at the hint book because it just says play volleyball. Like, I didn't even see the question. I just knew one of the hints was play volleyball. You reach the drowning girl and find her unconscious. Wait, how did this happen? I had to switch to the window.
I said out loud, oops, there goes the ball. She went to go get it.
Oh, so a woman goes into the... Okay, so you grab her and you rescue her and... You quickly position the woman flat on her back with her head slightly below her heart.
Classic Jim Walls.
You'll find the correct rescue procedure listed in the game documentation. Oh, boy. You gotta check. Yeah, you gotta check all four. You gotta check all four tires. Make sure that you actually do a 4-point check of this girl before you leave, or you will get game over.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the correct is. So I guess I'll go to the manual now. You've already got that open.
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay. Executive officer, boarding protocol.
Does they have first aid section?
I am scrolling through now. That's Navy terminology. First aid procedures. CPR is an emergency life-saving technique. To understand how CPR works to sustain life, consider these two definitions of death: clinical death and a biological death. Okay. I think I can skip. I am not kidding. There's a... Like,
this is a very Jim Walls thing.
You've got to actually the following know the one-man So I am skipping a page and a half. The following one-man CPR performance guideline was taken from the 1987 Heart Saver Manual by the American Heart Association. Lay victim on back. Head must not be above level of heart. So he's done that. Yep. Shake and shout to establish responsiveness.
After gently shaking the victim, you try to get a response by saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
And she goes, "Buster Wolf, call for help."
He did give her a gentle shaking on screen too, by the way.
See, I'm going to have to go back and watch this later.
Turning to the others, you shout, "Please, somebody go for an emergency aid kit." Medically.
I guess you'll be voicing him from now on. Please.
Excitedly, the man says, "I'll take care of that right now."
All right, so now we want to establish the airway.
Quickly, you tilt her head back and open her mouth. I tried to check her airway earlier, but it was not the right order.
Yeah. You had to shake her first.
Yep.
All right, so now we want to look, listen, and feel.
Sweeping the mouth with your finger, you make sure nothing is blocking her airway.
She bites down on your finger.
You place your ear close to the victim's mouth and try to listen for a breath. At the same time, you look to see if the chest is moving.
You look very closely. Give 2 good breaths.
I'm just writing give 2 breaths. I'm hoping that it gives me a hard time.
Oh, if they're not good breaths, I think we're going to get game over.
You pinch the nostrils closed and open your mouth wide and take a deep breath. You make a tight seal over the victim's mouth and breathe into her mouth. You take another deep breath and breathe into her mouth again, watching her chest rise. This other woman's just staring with 1 foot in the air.
Oh, I want to see that. Okay. So now it says repeat step 5, which was look, listen, and feel. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to do that because it kind of seemed like we already did that. I don't know. But yeah, look, listen, and feel is next on this.
No. After giving the victim 2 ventilations, you look, listen, and feel again. However, you still can't get a response.
So you want to give 2 good breaths again. Okay, maybe we have to check pulse.
Yep. You check the carotid artery for 5 to 10 seconds to find a pulse. Who knows how long it is for sure, but it's somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds. Unfortunately, you don't.
Well, she got herself in trouble. Fast! All right. After the above steps and still no vital signs, begin compressions. And if it wants more, there is like 8 sentences worth of stuff about how to do the compressions. I'm hoping give compressions is enough.
Begin compressions was, I tried compressed chest and it was like, I don't understand compress.
What the fuck? What?
What do you mean? I mean, start compressions. Oh, okay, yeah.
What goddamn planet are you from?
Quickly, you locate the bottom of the sternum. Using your index and middle fingers, you measure up the chest and finding the proper point to start the compressions. Using the heel of your hand, keeping your fingers from touching the chest. You start chest compressions at a ratio of 15 compressions to 2 breaths. But
Hold on,
nobody's
let me make
talking
sure
about
let me make sure that's what the manual says. 15 compressions to 2 breaths. Okay, hold on. Is that
correct ratio
okay,
to 16 to 2.2 breaths?
Okay, now make sure you give her a compression that's equal to the number of meters of depth of the Pacific Ocean divided by the longitude of Greenland.
You act fast, compressing the chest 1.5 to 2 inches at a rate of 80 to 100 compressions per minute. I will say,
the speed run. No, hold on, Zerfall. In the speed run, you have to do 160 to 200 compressions per minute.
Well, I was going to say, I'm actually pretty sure you're supposed to do compressions much quicker now. I can't remember the exact speed. But when I did first aid, they were like, oh, yeah, that speed that we used to do. They said, like, do it to staying alive. They're like, we don't use that anymore. And I can't remember what the new song is.
Is that because of all the caffeine people drink now? Or is that just, more importantly, am I supposed to trust you over Jim Walls? I don't think so.
We'll never know, hopefully. In the excitement, you think to yourself, I must check her pulse in 1 minute. So excited.
Meanwhile, that woman is so terrified she puts her other foot down.
Do I have to wait 1 minute now?
God, I hope not.
You check the carotid artery again. You become excited as you notice she's breathing on her own, and you detect a faint pulse at the same time.
You become excited and detect a faint boner.
You're like, hey, she's breathing on her own. I'm going to keep pressing on this chest and blowing into her mouth.
I don't know. That might be correct.
You continue to checking her pulse and detect that it's getting stronger and stronger. Finally, somebody shows up, just in time to take credit. You watch as the doctor examines the girl.
It's Tom Baker. He comes in with his giant scarf.
The doctor turns to you and says, "You're a quack."
I guess you can. I guess you've taken back the narrator, and not by actively, but well, sir, thanks to you, this young lady is going to be just fine.
She starts moaning and mumbling and attempting to get up. She insists on standing, so you help her up. That's how first aid works. The doctor walks away.
He's like, later.
Hey, good enough job. You just hold her up for a while. She'll be fine. Although still a little shook up, the young lady you just rescued thanks you for saving her life and says, "It's your fucking fault the ball went into the ocean."
Says, "It was fortunate for me that you were here and that you're a strong swimmer. Here's the key to open the submarine door."
She is lucky.
We could never get in our submarine.
She was lucky she was not a third of a screen further away than she was.
That's true.
So we would have drowned. Yep, that's it. Everybody's good now. We're gonna go get some drinks.
We don't even get to whatever. Geez, game. Well, we got points for it. I guess if we hadn't played, yeah. What I want to know is if we had never played with them, does that mean like I really wanted her to give you the keys to the submarine? Oh, Jim Walls.
We'll just move along.
Jim Walls likes the dark fruit. You know what I mean? The dark berry.
How hard is it to walk on this little bridge?
Well, did you type in "walk on this little bridge"? No, you tried to do it manually.
But I did figure it out.
The Zerfall, the manual has the proper procedures for walking on a little bridge.
You can't. Oh, he looks naked here now.
But now, wait a second though. That there was we got to save periodically, or we're gonna. Oh, I'm gonna. There was a little like window where she actually had a portrait and stuff, and you didn't try to talk to her, or.
I just moved on. She's just walking.
I know that we're just like, oh, I don't like that you're pointing out she's native. But I'm thinking maybe we were supposed to talk to this girl.
Oh, well, we'll check her. She's a random walker around her. We can talk to her next time.
Like there could be a whole game's worth of. I think I told you about how I used to, on King's Quest 3, I kept a save before getting on the pirate ship just so I could explore the first 2/3 of the game without Mananan or whatever, like, on a timer coming to kill me. You've left me responseless. So I do feel like this game where you can beat all these like hot chicks. This is like a little PG version of Leisure Suit Larry. The opening to this game, like it's a little miniature Leisure Suit Larry world. Wait,
I'm assuming none of these.
Did you just circle?
Oh no, this one we can apparently go into.
It might be this is your actual place, and the others were not.
No, maybe. Whoops. Dorn.
Open Dorn.
Wait, let's see if this works.
Open actor Michael Dorn.
Ooh.
See if you can voice actor over him. So like a read over his voice and. Gay clothes.
Oh, you can walk in the front door or the back door. No, you can only walk in the back door, but you can walk out the front door.
Ooh, there's that girl again.
I don't have the key to open the door, but you can just walk in the back.
She's trying to ignore you.
She heard what
she
you
knows.
Are.
She knows that you. Yeah, she's actually partially psychic. She just called you a pig.
Do we have an inventory?
And you were like, I haven't even said anything yet. And she said, you were thinking it, and it's StarCraft.
We're carrying nothing. We don't have a key to our hut. But when I walked this way, we ended up in the hut anyway.
Hmm? We can go in the back door. The back door of the hut is open.
Yeah.
You figure if someone's going to rob my hut, I want them to have to go all the way around to the back.
I'm literally trying to unlock this door from the inside. And I walked into the door.
We haven't really searched the place. You haven't even typed look room or just look.
You're bad. Oh, it's very localized.
Yeah. This is your hut. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, Jim Walls is all about
he's all about tables and flowers.
Extensive material in the manual, making you type in very specific, boring things, and then his deathless prose, like, this is your hut.
Yeah, but this is a mahogany table with ginger flowers.
He's very different from, say, Douglas Adams making a game where there's just, he just writes lots of text and you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. And Jim Walls is he gives you very specific things you need to do, but then the actual text to describe the world is, it's kind of like if Ernest Hemingway wrote an adventure game. It's, very sparse. Look at the window on the floor. Okay, never mind, Jim. Never mind. He's got some style here in his prose.
Yep, with an incredible
azure skies. Yeah,
azure skies, which complements the aqua blue of the ocean waves, is visible through the window, but not the one in the floor that I was talking about.
Well, what is
that's
that
good to know.
on the floor? Look at floor. Like, is that a little hole that you can fish in or something?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I can stand on it, and that's why I'm trying to look at this hole in the floor.
Is it even a hole? Do we know it's a hole? It could just be blue.
Ah, you have to say down.
Ah. The glass floor, you see the beautiful Tahitian sea life.
Beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as those native girls.
It's such a small hole in the ground too. Like, you'd think they'd really make it bigger if they were gonna bother with it, but
see, and being an adventure game enthusiast, I keep thinking like, oh, there's a poster on the wall. There must be like a hidden item behind it. I think nightstand is one word.
phone lamp and some flowers. Well, you know what we have to get. Oh, see, here's the thing. I'm a modern person. I was like, we got to get our phone.
The people who work there are like, what? That guy just pulled the phone out of the wall and is trying to steal it.
Excuse me. I was just told there were flowers on the nightstand. I went and stood next to the nightstand and said, get flowers. And I walked across the room so it could tell me you can't do that. They do have some interesting, like, instead of just, not only do they have, well, they don't have scaling, but they do have perspective here. Whereas if you're on the left side of the screen when you walk on an angle up and down. And in the center, you go vertically. And over here, the angle's the other way. But yet you don't get bigger when you come to the front of the room. I'm there with
him. I feel like I'm actually in the room with him. You can't do that after all, which is different from you can't do that. I'm so glad you did that. I'm so glad that you actually opened the drawer. We better close it again, or people will know we were here.
Okay.
So can we open the closet? We did open the closet, and doll 190979 freak. Actually, don't do that.
Oh, I need a freaking Tedge's phone number.
There is no answer. There is no God in this world.
There's one number I want to try.
Well, I mean, do you want me to check the manual for numbers?
Not yet.
Here's the CPR hotline.
Wait, does it have the Sierra?
Oh, there might be. Hold on.
The Sierra hint line?
It is not a short manual, as was often the case back in the day. We can try sit, eat, drop, climb, but so far I haven't found a phone number. Okay, here is actually there's a couple of phone numbers. So the Sierra bulletin board number. Let me know when you are ready.
I'm prepared.
All right, so it's they're all going to start with 1. I think this would be 209 683 4463.
There's no answer. I mean, it would have been a computer.
All right, and as for more information on the BBS lines, you can call these toll-free numbers. And they have ones for CompuServe, Prodigy, PC Link, and Genie. I'm thinking none of them are going to do anything, but there's also the hint book is not yet if the hint book is not yet available for the game you are playing, call our automated hint line. So this is 900 370, and this is where it gets weird. It's Clue, KLUE, which you'd have to figure out what that would be on the old phones. But also it says California residents, please dial 900 370 5113. So I don't know if that would be different from Clue.
No answer.
All right, so that was a big waste.
Hey, I spelled phone wrong. It still gave it to me. Well, how do you what is Clue in phone?
Hold on. I have a phone here. Does it have? If I go to the dial thing, keypad. So K would be 5.
Yeah.
L would be 5. U is 8. And E is 3. So that is different from the California number.
All right, I got one more I'm going to try here. There was 2 I wanted to try, but I think they don't have Easter eggs on this.
Starting to look that way. I'm sure we can look up Easter eggs later, but
6, 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 8, 5, 8. Damn it! You'd think they'd have something for the hint line, and it would be like, hey, you should buy the hint book. That's fine.
Yeah, I would think so.
The other thing I had attempted to do was quickly look up Sweet Cheeks Marie's phone number.
There is a separate number here that is just the C, like the very, very, very end of the manual is the number for Sierra, just the corporate number for Sierra back in 1990.
Now, what's that?
Let me know if you want. Hold on, it is being all right. 209.
Yep.
683 8989.
Boo! Boo and wasted opportunities. Let's leave this room.
Man, I tell you what, folks, you're not going to get content like this on just any playthrough of this game.
Yeah, most people are going to know what they're doing.
Yeah. How many playthroughs are you going to see where we try various numbers that don't work? 9!
I'm annoyed because I tried to use the numpad. Let me try it with numlock off.
We try it with numb nuts off. We got to look at some of these girls. We got to get some conversations going.
What the heck is going on? Why is this?
You are really wrestling with that numpad.
Well, no, every button works except for 9. Oh well. I guess we're not going to be walking on angles very often. Alright, we should be able to get all the way around this island if we're already at the point where it goes this way. Nope. Nope, this part of the island just doesn't exist anymore. You just get up here and...
Can you swim north?
Nope.
You've hit the end of the world.
Yeah, in this game you just walk into the water and you start swimming.
Well, he's a Navy man.
But...
Well, this is so... Okay, but we saw people coming from over in that direction. Oh, that
apparently
might be
they did the same thing as us. They walked up there while we were in our hut, and then they got confused.
That's the girls only section of the beach.
Well, maybe.
You're way too polite to go over there.
You saw how handsy he was with that one girl.
Look, girl. Woman. This blonde is definitely a babe. Nobody can hear you. Your channel doesn't have enough subscribers. Go with sub for sub today, and you will have people hear you.
Look, chair. Get.
Got her shirt, yeah.
I didn't say put it on.
Oh, but that's important, though, because if we hadn't done that, we would get, at the end of the game, we would die from sunburn.
You get skin cancer.
Jeez. Cancer's always funny. Through the plastic window, you see the latest edition of the Tahitian Times. Today's news. Weather beautiful. You need to deposit 50 cents, but we have change.
I didn't put in 50 cents. I just put in 50 cents.
Well, they also accept rappers. Reading the front page. You learned that the Cold War between the USSR and the United States is beginning to heat up.
Ooh.
We get points for this. The Russian-supported radical terrorist group led by Jahara Khomeini Sib Abdul. Because it's not Khomeini, it's Khomeini. Jahara Khomeini Sib Abdul has taken the United States ambassador to the Middle East as hostage. The United States ambassador to the Middle East? That guy's
the entire Middle East.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries he's ambassador to. You further learned the terrorist group is demanding $10 million ransom in order to purchase arms.
You'll get arms. They're like, please pay this ransom. We'll get arms. They're telling them, we're going to use this to buy arms. Please give it to us. You think they'd be like, hey, we're going to use this money to buy aid for people. Oh, we don't feel so bad giving it to you then. Haha, tricked you. But no, they're just like...
What could possibly be going on in the real world that Jim Walls would want to do some kind of plot point about Americans paying a country that was using that money to buy arms? Like there's no real world counterpart to this. If the demand is not met within 30 days, well, actually, we were selling arms to pay the Iranians. But if the demand is not met within 30 days, the ambassador will be shot through the head and his body dumped in front of the U.S. Embassy. They're very specific. Like, yes. We're not just going to shoot him. We're going to shoot him through the head.
And dump his body from the U.S. Embassy.
The terrorists warned, and no submarine captains better try to interfere with our plan. We are Oh, no, actually it says, we are prepared for any American eventuality. There is nothing they could possibly do to approach our secret base. Unless, of course, they were to use a submarine. In response to Soviet naval buildup in the Mediterranean, the United States has ordered its 7th Fleet into the area. The president has vowed that if the ambassador is not released unharmed within a reasonable amount of time... You're not speed running here. It's whatever it takes. The United States will not hesitate to take an aggressive military stance against the cowardly perpetrators. After reading the paper and discarding it, you think to yourself, why, I could have kept that and it could have been in my inventory. This is really something. After just a short time of military leave, the whole world goes to pot.
I do like that you take the time to discard it instead of just placing it back on top of the newspaper stand we bought it from so that somebody else can make use of it without paying 50 cents.
Now, wait a second. You're not supporting the free press if you do that.
All right, let's save the game here. We're going to call this a video after that.
Democracy dies in darkness, Zerfall, if you're not willing to pay for the paper.
When we come back, we're going to go inside and try to get a copy of our key to our room.
When we come back next time, folks, we will attempt to turn on a television showing the news, but there is a 30-step procedure to get the cable connected.
It's a universal remote and it hasn't been programmed yet.
Exactly.
See you then.
Bye.